Cheers, my thrifting friends. All right, it's my day off from work. I have just arrived here at the Salvation Army I'm on Boston Road, Salvation Army Boston Road in Springfield. So it's my favorite thing in the world. It's my day off. It's a beautiful day and I get to do what I love the most, thrifting. I can't believe I get to do this for a living. It's amazing. What a dream. YouTube is too. I can't believe I get to do that for a part-time living. That's also amazing. And I love bringing you guys with me. I never feel alone anymore. I used to do all this thrifting all by myself. Now that I have you guys with me, it's so much more fun. All right, let's go in and see what we can find to thrift for a profit for my store and for myself as well. As you know, I love collecting. So let's see what treasures we can find. Let's go shopping. All right, well, when I am in the Salvation Army, as you guys know, I head for the dishes #1 because this is the only thrift store that prices them as big lots. They do not want to keep these on the shelf. They price them to sell. So I always love to look here first. These were gorgeous. They were so pretty. $9.99 for all the pieces you see, but they had no back stamp. I have no idea why, because they were so pretty. I couldn't imagine the maker not marking these. Look at these glasses with the pineapples. I love it. Oh my word. They were 12 pieces for $9.99. You got 6 old-fashioned and you got 6 tall ones. So these are definitely coming in the cart with me. Look how gorgeous they are with the, oh yeah, I love them. Can you tell I'm excited about these? I love them. This was another really nice set. It was $19.99 for all the pieces. And at first I'm thinking, what is wrong here? I mean, this is beautiful. Made in England. That was a back stamp I hadn't seen before. So that one's, I would say, unusual. I see a lot of stuff and I have never seen that one. And I'm going through the pieces and I'm thinking, wow, this is a great design. A lot of unusual pieces. I love the shape of all the pieces. But I couldn't find the dinner plates. Like that was the dinner plate. The other plates underneath that were all serving platters. And then there were, you know, teacups, saucers, and bread plates, other serving pieces, bowls, but there were no dinner plates. What a shame. All right, this was a set of 4 of these, I guess they're called French onion crocs. I don't know. I kind of regret not grabbing them. I didn't grab them because they don't really sell that great in my store. I don't know, something about the brown earthenware. Maybe that's going to make a comeback. Who knows? But I left them because they're just not something that I think would sell very well in my store. I think it's because they're not unusual enough. These beer steins, though, are unusual, although I did not pick them up. I did leave them, but they were very cool. They were New England tourist attractions like Plymouth Rock, Santa's Land in Vermont. Well, this one would not be that. That would be like a South American thing. But this one was, let's see. I can't see the design on that one either. But they were $4.99 each. That's an unusual thing. Okay, these are the coolest thing. Look at these. These are 80s. 80s glamour, dynasty, that whole 80s over-the-top glamorous look. Yes, these were so cool. I think they were $3.99 for the 6 of them. What a bargain. I definitely grabbed these. I love the design. These are just so 80s. These are really, really hard to find too. These 80s kind of Art Deco revival-ish type style. I grabbed them. These were cute. I liked them because of the yellow stripe. So this was a made in Japan back stamp. And I just thought they were pretty. I did not grab them because they're just teacups and I don't specialize in that, but they were very pretty for what they were. This canister set on first glance looked vintage, looked very cool. If this had been from the 40s or the 50s, I would have definitely considered it. But when I turned it over on the back stamp, not that one, but this one, it had the Made in China sticker on it still, so I passed on it because it was not really anything I thought I could sell as vintage. So I liked this basket. I know it seems a little weird, but the metal of the basket itself was very attractive to me. The shape of the handle was very pretty. I wasn't looking at the flowers or anything, but it looked like a project. This also caught my eye for the age of that pottery. I knew immediately that this was not a new vase. And this is my clumsy attempt at trying to turn it over. You guys, comment below. I see the USA, but what else is this? What's that top mark say? Does anybody know? I see the USA on the bottom, but I can't tell what the writing is above that. No matter what light I put it in, I couldn't tell. Wow, could we be any more clumsy here? I almost broke this thing. But that urn was very beautiful. I was so sad there was not a full set of this. Look at that back stamp. Yeah. Made in England, beautiful blue and white with that lattice edge, but just that one little singleton. Geese are hot, hot like fire. Yup, I grabbed this and put it in the cart immediately. Just gonna tie a little blue ribbon around her neck, and she's gonna sell the day I put her out. 100% guaranteed. This stuff is really hot right now. This was an old piece of something. You guys, please tell me. I learned more from you guys. I have to be honest. I'm not an educational channel. I'm doing this for fun, for old, rusty stuff. What was this used for? Please don't tell me it's a devil's pitchfork. LOL. All right. This was gorgeous. Immediately caught my eye. It looked like some kind of museum piece. $1.99. Back stamp says it was made in Greece. Beautiful. I can totally tell this was a handmade piece. Definitely looked Grecian. It was very, very, very elegant and beautiful. I considered it. I ended up putting it back. I always check out the linens. I'm always looking for lace, anything Waverly, anything needlepoint that might be hanging up, any vintage kind of tablecloths. And here you go. These are beautiful, and they're $6.99 for 9 pieces. That means you get 8 placemats and 1 runner. What a bargain. Those are beautiful. Those are going to sell right away in the fall. I think these are like more of a fall kind of motif, and they're very, very lovely. So I definitely grabbed them. And I'm not giving up yet. I'm always looking for, again, anything vintage or even modern things, if they're very well made and natural materials like linen or cotton, anything that would be really nice for the table. This was unusual. It looked like a felt applique on there. That was interesting. But yeah, so I just like to thumb through these. You never know what you might find. This was a modern rug, but the colors caught my eye. But this is what I'm talking about. Just very neutral, natural, beautiful cotton linen piece. $3.99 for this runner. I can absolutely sell this. A lot of people use this in their farmhouse table decorating. So I'm always looking for real art. So in this case, this is definitely a real, I believe it's a watercolor by Peggy Woods. That's the artist that signed it. Beautiful piece. And look at that, you guys, $3.99. It's almost a shame to see these beautiful pieces of art. I'm sure somebody spent hours on that. This was a really cool subject matter for me living in New England, but it was a puzzle, and I never sell those. People, that tends to be personal. This was another one of the watercolors from the same artist. I did not grab this one because I just didn't know where that was a depiction of. I don't know if that's Italy or France or something, but this is very cool vintage, especially look at the burlap matting with these beautiful deer and the whole back stamp on the back of it depicting about the artist. Yeah, we for sure grabbed this beautiful woodland forest scene of these drinking deers. Fabulous. This is a really beautiful piece. Although the price was really high for being the Salvation Army in Springfield. They get a lot of old pieces, a lot of Victorian homes. Springfield is the city of homes, lots of Victorians. This was locked. We couldn't open it. It was jammed or locked or something. I couldn't bring down the desk part. and the doors were definitely in bad shape. So that was in really bad shape. I have no idea what justified that price. This one was so beautiful, you guys. That's better, $30, much better. I can totally picture this in my head refinished. So what I would do is I would, although look, it's missing the piece in the back, so it's not really something I would pick up. But in my mind, I would leave that drop down piece natural and paint the rest of it all a very distressed black, and it would look absolutely stunning. But very beautiful piece. I'm always looking for any mid-century modern pieces that are small enough for me to take and grab and sell as is. But there was nothing here today. Although those end tables, who didn't have those in their house in the 60s and 70s? We grew up with the same exact end tables. I think my mother still has them today. This was a beautiful piece, but the drawer was too worn. Too bad. This stool caught my eye. Look at the patina. $2.99, you guys. $2.99. This is totally up my alley. Look at the patina on that. Somebody used this as a work stool, and they spent many, many hours sitting on this. I don't know if this is a cow milking stool or maybe a weaver's stool where they sit in front of a weaver. But wow, what a story that could tell. All right, I'm done shopping. Let's take a look at what I picked up. Cheers, my thrifting friends. All right, so I am back home from my Salvation Army in Springfield thrifting trip adventure. It was so much fun. The day was gorgeous. Yeah, I had a lot of fun. It's the next day. So let's take a look at what I found. I'm super happy with this haul. I found some really pretty stuff. So the first thing I want to show you is this beautiful mixing bowl. I knew immediately it was old. When I turned it over, I saw this back stamp, and I'm pretty sure that that's a McCoy back stamp. And I think the 9 signifies the size, if I'm not mistaken. So this would have originally come in a set, but obviously there was just one, and I grabbed it, and I absolutely love it. My kitchen is like this greenish color, so this is perfect for me. I can't wait to bake something. I think I'm gonna make a carrot cake loaf. Maybe I'll even show you guys, we'll see. But yeah, I'm in the mood to bake now. I just got this brand new baking bowl, vintage of course. I love it. I just absolutely love it. And oh, the price. You can't beat this. It was $2.99. Yep, $2.99. Love it. Getting really hard to find these things for such a good price. Okay, so this next item, you saw me grab part of it, this right here. And this was actually a few shelves down. I didn't catch it on camera, but I think they go together. What do you guys think? I think these two are a pair. And if I were to guess, they look like maybe something to do with ice. Is this like something, tools of the trade for ice sellers? You guys tell me. You guys educate me way more than I educate you. I'm not trying to be Dr. Lori, or I learned from her. I'm a full-time reseller, and I love to have fun, and I love to learn, and you guys teach me so much. So I'm going to rely on the comments from you guys to tell me what exactly these are, but they are right up my alley. Look how old these are. These are what we call rusty, dusty. These are amazing. I love them. Boy, if you have an old colonial kitchen and you're looking for these types of items to hang on your wall or display around a beautiful fireplace, if you're lucky enough to have a house with something like that, these would be perfect for you. I think I paid $1.99 each for these, and I absolutely love them. I can't wait for you guys to tell me what exactly they really are. I'm still on my milk glass obsession. I found another huge fruit bowl. I think literally this was $4.99. It is not marked. I could not find a mark in the bottom of it, but it is so beautiful. It's so sizable. I love this lattice work and the scalloped pedestal base. Oh, this is a beauty. I'm clearly not going to sell this. I'm going to keep this for my collection for now. I love it so much. It's so beautiful. Why am I so in love with milk glass all of a sudden? I love milk glass. And a lot of you guys comment and say you already have great collections of milk glass. Where you been, girl? I think it's just this year that I've really started to fall in love with milk glass. So this was a great find, super inexpensive. So I'm going to keep it in my collection for now. And I think it's really beautiful. Let's take a look at some artwork really quick. This was so cute. Look at this. It's, you know, a hand-done crewel work. It's got the original, does that not scream 1970s? Look at that stuff. How many of you guys as kids used to do like little crewel work kits like this? These usually came obviously in a kit. That's the kit. That's the what it came in. And our parents would buy these things for us all the time. And I would keep busy doing these all the time. I don't think kids do this kind of stuff anymore. Isn't that sad? This was such a fun little hobby to have. Actually, hold please. I'm going to show you something that I did when I was a kid. All right, are you ready? So here's my own blast from the past. This is my little crewel work that I did. Look, I signed it. Yeah. Diane, 1976. So I would have been 10 years old when I finished this. And it's a little holly hobby with a kitty cat. And look at her bonnet with all the different colored flowers. Oh my God, this brings back such memories. I have vivid memories of just sitting in my room at the house that we grew up in and sitting on my bed and just doing the little needlework on this with the wooden hoop. And just being so happy to be a little kid and doing this kind of stuff. So my parents saved this, obviously my mom did, and she framed it for me. And I've had it all these years since, and I will obviously never part with it. It will mean nothing to anybody but me, but I just think it's so pretty and so cute. And I wish kids did this kind of stuff still. I don't know, I don't know, I'm probably being too nostalgic, but I think that it would be a really fun thing for kids to do if they wanted to, instead of maybe using their phones or something. I know, I'm not getting preachy. I just love this kind of stuff. I remember doing it as a kid. I remember how happy it made me, and I wish kids would still do it today. I think it would make them happy too. All right, so some more artwork I grabbed was this piece. I don't always grab really old pieces. Sometimes I just grab pieces that I know are going to sell really well in my store. And this is like a folk art piece. These types of pieces always do really well. People pick them up to decorate little nooks in their kitchen or their hallways or their bookcases. They're always looking for little inexpensive pieces like this. So this was $2.99, and it was originally from Kohl's. Somebody paid $23 for this in the day. But yeah, I grabbed it for $3, and this will sell right away in my store. Super popular item. And then the next item, I really love this, and I feel so bad about original art like this, basically going for pennies. I immediately recognized this as a real watercolor, and I'll just hold it up close to the camera for you guys so you can see. This is a real watercolor, like an artist's watercolor, and she did sign it. It is signed over, let's see, it's right here. So that's the signature. And the signature is Peggy Woods. I actually did find her website online. So she's from Washington State, and I did insert a little bit of information about her, or just her website, during the part of the video where I'm actually in the store shopping. And yeah, I'm sure this sold for much more in a gallery from the original artist, and here it is in a Salvation Army for $3, but that's okay. It doesn't diminish the beauty of this. the talent in this. I mean, if I tried to do a watercolor like this, basically it wouldn't happen. I have no talent for that. And to see somebody else's beautiful hand-done talent, this is a great subject matter. It's got beautiful colors. I know we'll sell this right away, but I know that it has a lot more worth than just, you know, what it was in the thrift store. It's a very beautiful piece. And if this author, or not author, if this artist, she is still alive and out there, happens to, by any chance across this video, I want you to know how beautiful I think your work is and how much more I think it's worth. And I hope that somebody purchases this from my store and loves it as much as I do. Okay, if you're a reseller with a booth, then you will know that mirrors are a must. Look, you can see my camera setup. Anyway, mirrors are a must. If you see mirrors, then you should absolutely get them. So I got a very small gold mirror. You can see that's got a beautiful frame. This was $1.99, and this will sell right away. Again, people pick these up all the time for just decorating around their house and little corners to add some light and some reflection. And then I got this larger one. I just want you to see the frame and how beautiful this heavy wood. This feels like maybe this is walnut wood. And this one's a little bit older. It's got a paper back on it. I paid $3.99 for that. And yeah, but what I love and what I look for is a heavy wood frame, any kind of carving or decoration on the frame, and then a beveled edge. See this beveled glass edge? That's all the signs of elegance and quality. And if you can find pieces like this for dirt cheap when you're out thrifting, they have a really big resale value. I highly recommend you pick them up. And I can't wait to put this for sale in my store. Someone's going to grab this right away and absolutely love it. This next piece of artwork was totally cool. I absolutely love it. It's super retro, it's super amazing. It's this depiction of deers at the edge of a lake or stream or something. A very beautiful wildlife subject matter piece of art. It's got a really nice heavy wood frame, and what I love is the matting. It's got this natural burlap material for the matting, which just adds to the rustic outdoors look of it. It has a really big informational narrative on the back of it about the author. It looks like the artist was 1988 Nebraska Artist of the Year. Isn't that cool? So this has a lot of nostalgia about it, a lot of history it looks like about it, and I absolutely love that subject matter, the beautiful depiction of those deer at the edge of a stream or a wildlife picture like that. This would look beautiful over somebody's fireplace. I can totally picture this in like a den over a fireplace. Maybe like someone's got like an office space that they have in their house that they have like a nature type theme going on. Maybe just on a gallery wall, like going up a hallway. This would be a great anchor piece for a gallery wall. I love it. I only paid $6.99 for it. I can't wait to put this for sale in my store. I think someone's going to grab this right away. It's a stunning piece of art. I think it's really beautiful. I also grabbed 2 sets of glassware, which are going to be very hard to part with if I do decide to. The first set were, cheers, as we say. The first set was this gold pineapple. I don't know if you can sort of see it, the pineapple motif on it. They're basically a gold pineapple. And, you know, these are not vintage. I just love them for the subject matter and how beautiful they are. There were 12 pieces for $9.99. So you got 6 of the high glasses, and then you got 6 of the old-fashioned or on the rocks glasses. And the on the rocks glasses have a very thick glass bottom. I don't know if you can see how thick and heavy that glass is for the bottom part of the glass. It's very thick. It's literally almost an inch thick. It's the heaviest glass ever. So yeah, all 12 pieces were $9.99. And you got 6 of this size and 6 of the tall size. They are stunning. I absolutely love them. And I love the design of them. I love the pineapple. And then I picked up 6 of these. And this is like a really cool, very 80s design. So there were 6 of these for $3.99. And they completely remind me of 80s. This just looks 80s to me. Very 80s, glamorous, kind of, in the 80s, they had like this like Art Deco revival type of thing. And this is exactly what this feels like to me. I have to do a little more research on these to see if I can identify them. They probably came in a drink glass holder when they were sold originally. But I did find all 6. There did come a set of all 6, but there was no holder, unfortunately. But I can totally see these displayed in somebody's booth in the actual holder, and I'm sure they were worth a lot more. But just as a set of 6, I think they're so cool. I really love these. Very nostalgic, very 80s, very glamorous. Item. I love this item. This is so cool. This is the type of stuff that I really love to find. And it's this really heavily worn in work stool, it looks like, but it's got really thick, beautiful legs, the way they're thin, and then they taper out to like this really thick, sturdy leg. And the seat itself is so patinaed, so well worn. I can just imagine the hours of work that somebody did while sitting on this. I don't know if this is like a cow milking type stool, or if this is like maybe a weaver's stool, like it was used to sit in front of a big weaving loom, something. I don't know what it was used for, what type of work that this was used for, but it was used, and it has got an amazing patina. The history of this piece must be amazing. I literally paid $2.99 for this. I mean, unbelievable. This is the type of stuff that people look for to display in their house with, like, a big piece of crockery, all kinds of displays. This is definitely a desirable piece. People really look for this type of stuff to put in their house. I'm going to show you a way that I would use it. I'm not quite sure yet if I'm going to be selling this or keeping it, but the second I saw it, I was like, this is incredible. Actually, it has a sticker on the back too. I forgot. So the sticker says, it says 3-legged stool, and it looks like it's from, I want to say Virginia, the tag says, but this is the tag on the back. I don't know if I can get a good shot of it. I'll try without knocking my camera over. But that's the sticker that's on the back of it. Ah, yeah, that is so cool. I don't know why I'm fascinated with this thing. Probably because I really like, rusty, dusty farm or agriculture or, crafting, not crafts, but like trades type memorabilia type thing. But anyway, I really love this stool. I'm going to show you how I think I would use it for display. And I think it's gorgeous. It was a great find. For $2.99, this was an incredible find. I really like it. Okay, it is like the hottest day. It's like 100 degrees.
On the button.
On the button, and it's June, what are we, June 3rd, June 4th? Crazy. We went from 47 degrees at night, couldn't plant the garden, to August. Okay, anyway, here are the eggplants. So John's not completely done with these beds, but these eggplants look so healthy and big. I had to at least get these recorded. But here's the new bed. So I don't know if you guys remember, but we went and got loads and loads of wood chips to fill this up. And this is what it looks like now that John's put the tomatoes in. So, babe, these are the wood chips that are still on top, right? And then you just used dirt. Sorry for the car noise.
You dig a pot in the wood chips, and then you fill it in with the dirt the plant grows in.
There you go. So these are the wood chips that we got for free from the town wood chip pile. And then he's just using planting soil, but leaving most of the chips around. There's some eggplants in here too. But cool, huh? Hopefully we get some good tomatoes this year. Fingers crossed. This bed right here we don't do much with right now. It's got chives in it, and it's got oregano, thyme, so it's a kind of an herb garden. And then the bed above that is all of our garlic. That's a perennial, comes back every year. And this bed over here that John's in right now is going to be tomatoes. So he's been working really hard every day after work because, of course, not only do we have 100-degree weather, but we have rainy weekends. So John hasn't been able to even do any work other than after work, but these look pretty good. So this is what it looks like when we have most of our garden going. All these raised beds kind of curved out into a hillside and getting planted bed by bed. So we've also got some tomatoes up here. This is not a raised bed. Let me give you just a view. So this is the hottest, most warmest bed that we have. It's south facing, and this is perfect for tomatoes, peppers. I definitely wouldn't want to plant any lettuce or anything like that up here. So we've got some garlic on the edge here. And then when you just come in here, he's already put all the tomatoes in here too. There's another bed beyond that, which we have fenced in because obviously up here we're going to have a lot of rabbits. So, but nothing is planted in here. So this is all just from last year, the way we left it. There's more garlic right here. And then you walk through, we have a really big shed set up here. And then we also have the compost piles. This is so farm looking. You can tell I get that from my parents. Love of farming and stuff. But anyway, these are our compost piles. This is a big nectarine tree. It kind of shades as you walk through our property up in here. These are a lot of berry vines, raspberries. So we have a lot of raspberry vines, and you grow them, you train them along this wire. So this is a wire with a post. So we train blueberry vines along there. This has really gone to crap, but we used to have chickens with a chicken coop. As soon as the chickens leave, the weeds just sprout right up. We haven't had chickens for about a year now. They're a lot of work. I think they're more work than what people realize. And because we live very secluded, not in a big open area, our chickens are really they were subject to a lot of predators. So we would lose a whole flock of them at a time to like raccoons, hawks, all kinds of predators. But anyway, here's another bed that's not planted yet. I don't know if we're even going to plant anything up here this year. But yeah, there's a lot of planting space up here. But it's a lot of work, no doubt. And there we go. We're off to growing season 2025. All right, you guys, it's the moment of truth. So if you've been with me, you know that John made that batch of beer. It's now ready. So we're going to pour it into these glasses. This is a longtail glass. I don't know how many of you guys know, but longtail is from Vermont. And this one is really local to us. This one is Iron Duke Brewing. They're right in Ludlow. They have a really cool brewery. You should definitely check it out. They're right in Ludlow. Okay, let's do this. I'm sure it's gonna be delicious. Now, while you're opening that, just once again, this was an IPA, right?
Yep.
Okay. And have you ever, and is this the first time you made this recipe?
Every recipe I make is the first time I've made it.
Oh my God, that's so cool. Okay. Wow, the color looks beautiful. Now, is it so far looking like the way you want it to look? Does it have enough carbonation?
This one was a little light on the carbonation, but I could tell that by looking at the bottle. There wasn't a lot of yeast settled in the bottom of the bottle. Mm-hmm. So when you do batch carbonation, sometimes it doesn't always make it through to equally to every bottle.
Right. But I could really see it though. Yeah, it's totally carbonated. I mean, the way he's pouring it, it's, you know, they do it on TV fancy with like the big frothy top, but that's not really the right way to pour it. All right, look at that. Okay, cheers.
Cheers.
We're gonna try this. Let's see. Oh, looks good. Oh wow. Mmm.
The important part is it has
That's
the
good.
full aroma of the Citra and Mosaic hops in it.
Nice. That is really, really rich. You guys, there's nothing like it, honestly. I mean, I know not everybody can. You get a similar experience when you go to a brewery, but when you really do it yourself at home, it's incredible. All right, well, that was totally worth the time and the effort. We're gonna kick back, enjoy this. It's a Friday night. We're gonna relax, and yeah, just wanted to show you guys how it all came out. Wonderful.